Good morning, students. So today we are going to discuss about lesson number 14, and it is a continuation. So the topic of lesson number 14 is open source concept, and we already discussed about what do you mean by open source software, what do you mean by free software, or what do you mean by proprietary software. So each and everything we discuss in the class. So this will be the continuation of lesson number 14, and we will start from open source software versus free software. So what is the difference between open source software and free software? So these contents will not be given in your textbook. So in order to make you to understand clearly what is the difference between open source and software, and this is a small difference between what is the open source software and what is the free source softwares. Okay, so both are free, but one has the trade secrets available as well. In order to create a software, if let it be a game or let it be an application or an entire operating system, first of all you should write the code for it, and that code is called as your source code. Okay, the code that the programmer or the developer, the programmer or developer may be one person, or it may be a group of person. So all those who integrate and create the code, so that code is called as source code, and it's comprised of one or many files that contain programming code. Okay, so the open source means that the developers have allowed the source code, and in these 4 lines itself you can clearly come to an conclusion that what is open source and what is free software. Okay, so open source means that the developers have allowed the source code to be open. In other words, anyone can see the source code of the program or the software. So closed source is nothing but the source code cannot be seen. Okay, so it is the opposite of open source. Even if the application is free, okay, see, in the free software, the software will be free of cost. Okay, and it will be publicly posted in the net also. You can download it and you can use it for free, but the source code will be locked and you can't see the source code, and that is the difference between open source and free software. Open source software and free software, both will be free. In open source, you can download it for free, you can use it for free, and you can see the source code. But in free software, everything will be free, but the source code will be locked. Okay, so this is the major difference between open source software and free software, and these are the things which will be given in your textbook. So although the terms are often used interchangeably, open source software is slightly different from the free software. Both deals with the ability to download and modify the software without restriction or charges. However, free software is a concept developed in the year 1980s by a MIT computer science researcher named Richard Stallman. Is defined by 4 conditions as outlined by the non-profit Free Software Foundation. Okay, so this is a 1 mark question, you make a note of it. Free software was developed by Richard Stallman. Okay, so free software was developed by Richard Stallman. So these 4 freedoms emphasize the ability of the user to use and enjoy the software as they are. Okay, so this is what we saw here. So free software is also free, the application will be free, but the source code you can't see it. So that is given here. So it gives you freedom to the user and to use the software as they are, so as they see fit, so as they are. So that means you can't see the source code. Okay, so that is the thing which is given here. So in contrast, the open source software criteria, which the open source initiative developed a decade later, which places more emphasis on the modification of software. So open source software is also free, but you can modify the software by making use of the source code, and then once after modifying, what we should do is, you should give it to the center, or you should give it to the authorized person, which we call it as CDAC, which is the Center for Development of Advanced Computing, and they will see your modified code, and they will give you the licensing. Okay, so obviously these two overlap. Some would say the difference between OSS and free softwares are more philosophical than practical. Okay, so this is a small difference between open source software and free software. So these software are not restricted the usage of other software, and here in free software it can be developed the software for any use case without any restriction. Open source software can be modified and distributed in a different format from the original software, and here you can't modify it, but you can use it for free. The open source software code should be publicly available, and here it is not publicly available. Only the software will be publicly available, and you can download it for no cost, and the source code cannot be changed. Clear, children? Then, so these are the software, open source softwares and the developers. So they have certain domains that developers can contribute to the open source community. So they are communication tools. So in these fields and all, you can share your views and thoughts in the open source software, and to the developers you can share the thoughts. And often in these domains, always the softwares will be updated, and the softwares will get modified. Okay, so in communication tools, for example WhatsApp, Facebook and all, so often you can see some changes going on taking place. Okay, so in communication tools you can see these changes of codes. So a distributed revision control system, and then you have bug trackers and task list softwares. Bug is nothing but error. Okay, so always there is a chances of modification in the code. Then testing and debugging tools, softwares. So in all these domains, always the open source software developers, they will upgrade their code, and they again distribute it to the public. Then, so you have these three types of open source softwares. So one is the owner will create. Okay, the owner will create the open source project, and then the owner will give for the corrections of code to the contributors. Okay, so the software will be downloaded, and then some of the contributors also will contribute to the owner's coding, so that little modification can be done by the contributors in the owner's code, but the copyright of the software will be owned by the owner itself. Okay, so the owner will contribute, and as well as the contributors, the other developers, those who downloaded the software, and those who want to modify the software, or those who want to give more features to the software, is called as the contributors. Okay, so they will also give some of the corrections and some of the advancement in the program, and then they will release it, and so that the user can use the code. Okay, and then the next type is a owner will be there, and that will be shared to the other owners. Okay, see, actually he will be the original owner, and these two will be the just as a sleeping partner. So he will be as the active partner, and these two will be the sleeping partners, but he will also contributes some of the things in the code, but the copyright will be owned by all the three owners. Okay, so each and everyone will be the owner in this part, and then they all will contribute, and then the user can use it. And here what will happen is, the owner will be the original developer here, the copyrights will be here. So here in the third one, what will happen is, here the vendors are the users. Okay, so the vendors are the salesperson. So what they will do is, they will also contribute to the source code, and they will also contribute some of the features or some of the upgradement in the code, and they will produce certain result, and that will be distributed to the owners. And in all these three cases, the owner will have the copyrights of the software. Okay, then see, how does an open source work? And this is a 5-mark question. So it's very clearly given that a developer will have the compiled program and will have the source code. So once the source code, this is the original program code, so once the source code is compiled, you will have the compiled program. Okay, so here the source code will be distributed to the user or to the developer. Okay, so as we see here, so the owner will distribute to the contributors, or the owner will distribute to the other developers also. Okay, so that is what given in the diagram here. So the source code will be distributed publicly to a user or to a developer, and all these three persons, or all these developers or the user, shares their ideas and shares their views in the source code, so that each and everyone will share their own knowledge and will share their own ideas, so that this source code will be still improved source code. Okay, so idea will be shared to other users or other developers, and all these three developers will again share their ideas, so that the simple source code will be improved source code here, and that improved source code will be posted in the internet. Okay, so it is vastly improved source code, so that the users as well as developers can share it worldwide, and so that public can use it of free of cost. So here in open source, you should clearly understand that it is of no cost, and source code will be available to the public and without any restriction. Okay, so what are the benefit of open source is, there are many open source software, so we can select and use any software that suits to our needs. The complete option of the software can be used without any cost and restrictions. We can share our ideas with the team, write the required code and share it with many others. As we can identify the programming technique of group members, we can learn many ideas and make our program writing skills more efficient. Okay, since this source code are shared with many other developers, we can know many things, that how this has been modified, that how this code has been upgraded, so like that. So the coding in open source software are being groomed by many enthusiastically members of the group. So if we report problems that we have in the program, they are quickly mended by the group's effort. So since this source code has been developed by many group of members, so if suppose if we have any problems and if we share your thoughts in the internet, any one of the member can easily give a solution to your problem. As we can make changes to the open source softwares, we can add the most required features in the software. Many open source softwares are very user friendly. So some of the examples of open source softwares are Ubuntu, MySQL, PDF Creator, 7-zip. So this is like a WinZip. Okay, so rare compressor. So GNU Cache, Blender, Audacity, VLC Player, Mozilla Firefox, Magento, Android and PHP. So all these are some of the examples of open source software application. So here your lesson number 14 ends. So this is a 5-mark question. So how does benefits of open source software is also a 5-mark question, and how does this open source software work is also another important question. Thank you, children.